Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from replicantphish.
Women are delusional in dating.
Really?
I say this as a professional matchmaker and as a woman who lived inside delusion for 43 years. And there are many.
So you lived in delusion for 43 years and then became a professional matchmaker? Yeah, I don't trust you.
Stories that I will share to illustrate this in service of truth and love. But we need to start with a statistic that knocked me out. So a little context first. As a professional matchmaker, people come to me with lists. Eventually, I hope we see that lists do not lead to love, but that is the trend. If I check off all the things on the list, I will find love. Anyways, that's another video.
Okay, lovely woman, matchmaker. I couldn't be a matchmaker myself nowadays. I would have lost my mind and quit a long time ago. But
I would have quit as soon as I started.
here you have a good old point. Interesting, isn't it? Women come with these lists. A long list with so many points on there of what they want from a man. And then
And she's right. She thinks that every point in that list is happiness. Every point that they hit on that list is happiness. Right? So if they can get everything on that list, they're going to be happy. They're going to be the best possible mate to them. They're going to be all this. No, they forget everything else.
a lot of these women end up with nothing. End up with nothing at all. They still end up as single cat ladies. And it's funny, you know, it's sad
There's
as
a lot
well.
of fat ladies
They have
singing.
all these demands. But I mean, how many of those demands do they even match up to themselves? Yeah, it's one thing having these demands and wants from men. But woman, do you even match up? And two, even if she does find those men, man, the point is it would be a very, very small amount of them. Very, very small amount. And then the options flip, don't they? Because now it's a case of, well, woman, what can you do for him? I mean, he's that guy. You're just one of many other women, aren't you? Okay, carry on, tell us more.
So women often had height. And can you guess the other one on the list?
Money.
Financial security. And that range for them of what was tall enough or what was rich enough varied, but nonetheless you would see it often. And I will tell you, no one ever said I have a healthy, happy relationship because I'm with a tall, rich dude. Ever. Never. That is never the thing.
I can agree with this.
Either way, none of that matters. Do you know, we as men say things like 666 men. Women want a 666 man. They say we're talking crap. Yeah, they are literally proving it. They're literally proving it. They're literally proving it. It's like, what? So who's lying here? Are we as men delusional? Or are we smart enough to understand?
They say that, but then when you look at dating apps and you look at their preferences and their list of how they want men, yeah, it's 6 foot, 6 inches, 6 figures.
Nah, they're delusional. What they want is so unrealistic. It's actually a turnoff. Ooh, they don't think about that, do they? That all their lists and their BS is actually incredibly off-putting, even for the men that they want.
Sure, if you like it, it can be a bonus, but let me tell you, you really
Like, men maybe have a couple hard lines. Each personal person probably has 1 or 2 personal hard lines, and every man is like, be nice, be receptive, pay back the dues, and put in some effort. That's it. Like, most men don't really care about your career, don't care about anything else, don't care even if you're mean sometimes, as long as you're nice majority of the time and they like you and you like them back. Most men are willing to do everything for that person, even though they barely meet the minimum requirements.
need to look at that because here's the stat. Are you ready? If you are wanting a gentleman who is 6 feet tall or above and who makes over $150,000 or above, guess what percent of the dating pool you are dealing with?
I want to say like 0.01.
1.
Oh, not even.
1%.
I thought it'd be even less than that.
You've reduced all the men down to 1% left if you are looking for that. And let me tell you, that guy, that 1%, he has a lot of options. And so every woman thinks she's getting this guy. Wait, and that 1%, oh, this is the most important part. That does not include kindness.
Nope.
That does not include intelligence. That does not include emotional availability. That does not include physical attractiveness. It includes nothing that is important in actually making a relationship last.
But the question is, how many of the women that came to you spoke about personality and character, all that other stuff, first? More than height and money first. What did they ask for first? Yeah?
Height and money.
Again, men have learned to call BS. Now, it's not that women don't like a man with obviously a good personality and character, can make her laugh, all that BS. No. They like those men. However.
It's true. But that man never hardly ever gets to be in front of that woman to make those jokes and have those conversations because of dating apps and how these lists of checks work. Or
that comes after the access. What did he use, or what was it about him that gave him access to her in the first place for her to understand how great his personality is, or what possibly his looks, height, and or money? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. 666 men. Oh, we didn't create them. We just gave a phrase, gave words, gave logic to some delusion. But yeah, carry on.
It doesn't include similar values. You've shrunk your dating pool down to 1%. And I'm going to tell you why none of this matters. But before I do that, we need to really let this sink in. And we need to remember this. This is very easy to forget. When you have a bad date or are struggling with anything in relationships, this statistic, once you understand more context, it will put it in perspective for you. So save it so you can refer back to it and share it with your friends. Because women, we need to wake up.
This woman seems stressed out, doesn't she? Damn, this stressing this woman out. But we've seen that quite often, haven't we? Over these years, the amount of female matchmakers who have been stressed the F out until they quit. Hey, I mean, why? Why? I mean, I thought men were the problem, but okay.
6 foot tall and 150K is not, it's not it. It's not going to get you the marriage and the love that you want. And I will share what will. But first, we need to let the statistic sink in. Save it and share it.
But to most women, it's a possibility. So it's possible. Like, that's how women operate, on probabilities. Sorry, not on possibilities and not on probabilities. The probability, 1%, but it's possible.
Comments are blowing up in the video I posted on women being delusional in dating.
So clearly, obviously, this is a follow-up video to the previous one. Because, oh yeah, a lot of people were very vocal, weren't they? They had a lot to say, didn't they? Oh, let's listen. Let's have a listen and see.
And what did she say? It was just 1%. Like, literally, not every woman's going to be able to get a 1% man. Like, she didn't say anything crazy, outrageous. Didn't shit on their women's preferences or anything. It's just saying, you might not qualify.
What was brought about. Wouldn't be shocking if it's anything that we didn't know already, would it? Okay, carry on.
Is bad. Is very bad. So we immediately need to jump in to the bigger point here, because there's a much deeper thing that affects all of us. I gave an example of women having a preference for height and income in dating. We need to understand why this is. When a group of people thinks really differently from you, instead of just judging the crap out of them, maybe we could get curious as to why. And women have a good reason. There is a preference for height and finance because they are symbols of safety.
Sure.
And to exist in a woman's body on a subconscious level is dangerous.
Okay, that's nice. That's cute. You talking
How did it all go under this?
about safety. But what about the sex appeal to everything you've just said? Again, no offense. This is why certain men always call cap and side eye the points. Okay, we understand the safety of height, though I mean, in some cases that doesn't really mean anything. Mike Tyson was knocking out 6 foot tall dudes, but whatever. The height and the money. Of course, financial security is safety, obviously, for a lot of people. It's resources. It's money, we understand it. However, we're not seeing it manifest like that. A very small amount say it like that. But what we're seeing are loud, braggadocious women crapping on men, telling men they can't do this, they can't do that. If they can't provide this and that, they're not good enough. That doesn't sound like them, wanting safety. It sounds like them wanting their ego to be fulfilled, their validation and attention to be satiated.
Yeah, why do I want a man? To show off to all the other women that I'm so damn good, I got the perfect man.
So I get the point she's making with the safety thing, but a lot of it, all of it isn't safety thing. A lot of it's sexual as well. A lot of it is financial as well, but not just for security. Yeah, because if that was the case, women wouldn't be dating dudes fresh out of prison, wouldn't be dating street dudes, criminals, men who have been convicted before of harming women. Come on, a lot of them seem to be turned on by that, but whatever. Safety, safety, BS. Because a lot of these women who say that would date some tall rich dude who's possibly the most horrible man walking in her area. 3 baby mothers, doesn't matter.
I mean, how many of them like the Jeffrey Dahmer and all those other murder types?
She will be his 4/5. So we get the point you're making, but no. BS. Victim bombing nonsense. Let's carry on.
Let's have compassion for that. Women historically have been physically abused at levels that I don't think people understand. Compassion. Now, the mind might know that it's a bit outdated to think money and stature will protect you. Maybe today, things that are more likely to protect you are an open heart, because still, actually, the guy who's most likely to abuse a woman is the guy next to her. So let's have compassion for that, right? So an open heart, someone who's not going to hurt you. A guy who's emotionally available and attuned. If I had one wish for men, it would be to experience emotion and to develop the capacity to experience it for them and their partners. I think men...
We're just incapable of experiencing any emotions, huh? All of a sudden.
really are robbed of that culturally. That's another topic. Anyways.
Again, just because we don't express our emotions the same way as them, we're broken. And we don't experience emotions at all.
Safety now could also mean maybe tech skills, maybe it's growing food. Because money, that can go quick. I dated a guy worth $30 million. I didn't know he was worth that much. Anyways, he lost all of it. The banks might crash.
How did he lose it because of you? Yeah, poor judgment, but seriously. Lovely matchmaker. Notice how she changed her tune.
Correct.
After she made that.
Because all the women talk shit. And she knows her audience is women.
Video. And tons of women, victim bomb to her. They ran to, oh, it's because of this and that. We've been hurt through history. So right now in modern times, we just want to be safe and secure. Even though a lot of us as women are dating abusers and continually going back to abusers, even putting our kids at risk because we want to date an abuser, some bird brain nonsense, but whatever. Oh, no, the safety. Oh my God. The safety of the modern woman. Yeah, again.
I can't believe she changed her tune so quickly.
And all of that would be cute and make sense if we didn't see and understand what they were really doing out here. A lot of men say because they can feel it. They have a very money-hungry, vapid vibe about them. And they expect men to just do, with little regard for himself. You don't need to care about yourself. You're a man. Men don't care about themselves, do they? They just provide and be there for a woman. Makes them a good man. Ciao, whatever crap is that.
It's a crazy world today. Money's only going to get you so far. Now, there are different things that might make a woman safe. But still, the bigger illusion is thinking someone else can make you safe. Someone else can protect you. Men also have a delusion. They have many delusions because humans are delusional. It's another, oh my God.
Oh, now it's humans are delusional. Got it, okay.
So much here to cover. The psyche is delusional. The psyche will hide stuff from us that we can't face. So men, maybe they want to be seen, maybe they want to be validated, so they get a trophy wife. Either way, men and women, humans, have a tendency to feel a lack or a need and think another human, another specific human is going to fill that need. Humans have a delusion that they can find love in someone else. You can't find love. You can only feel love and know that you are loved, and then attract someone who also knows they are loved, and then you can share that love.
A brief point about hypergamy. I did mention this at the lake, but let's add to it a little bit. She's talking about love, but we understand as men, a lot of women do move from man to man to get to a man that has the highest resources of what she can acquire in men.
Correct.
What does that have to do with love? What does that have to do with love?
Doesn't.
Yeah, women who date for money, what does any of it have to do with love? It has nothing to do with love. So men understand it nowadays that a woman would be with you leave you for a richer dude. It doesn't matter about the years of investment of feelings and emotions and what you've built together. That doesn't matter. She can get bored or decide she wants more and leave, ruin everything you and her have built. So whereas, this matchmaker chick saying, oh, the safety and the character of men and whatever, man, whatever. The cold, hard truth is men know themselves they can't afford to be an easy lick or play for any of these women. You can't afford it. Doesn't matter how rich you are. Marry the wrong chick, she'll half, if not quarter your money in only a few years. Be careful, man. Come on. Thankfully, a lot of men aren't so naive anymore. Thank God.
That movie, Jerry Maguire, still sits in the back of my mind. Oh, you complete me. We have this idea that someone else will complete us, that someone else will protect us, that someone else will validate our worth, that someone else will see us. Humanity can take care of us to a degree. I believe humanity, we can take care of each other. But relying on another human, for that, it's not going to work. But that doesn't mean stop dating or bash the other people. It means have an open heart and trust the path and love. Maybe get off dating apps, but don't give up on
love. Someone's
love,
crashing out.
because you're giving up on yourself. Because you are love. The delusion here is so big. And I can't communicate it all in one video. And maybe I'm still not doing a good job. And maybe you're still pissed. And maybe you want to attack me. Ask me questions. I'm still learning. This is not where I wanted to be. Doing videos online, that's a whole nother story. But here.
Yeah, I thought you were a matchmaker. So you're just some random kook on the internet giving matchmaking advice that's still learning. Okay.
I am. And here we are. And let's be in this together and bring a little more love into the world, because the world desperately needs it. All right, tell me how I'm doing. Help me be better at this.
Okay, lovely woman. She got somewhat, erratic and somewhat delusional herself at the end, didn't she? Women probably warped her mind, but seriously, look, we as human beings, yes, we are learning. Of course we're learning, we're human beings. Men and women, they are still learning nowadays to interact with each other, what each other wants from each other. But the point is, a lot of men have seen, felt, heard, have known that it doesn't matter about me so much, more than what I do for her. How I make her feel about herself, what I can do for her life, how I can boost her ego, give her attention and validate her. Yeah? So in other words, men feel like it's one-sided. And that's pretty much all it is.
Men feel that it's one-sided because it is one-sided. like that's the thing. Men aren't feeling like this fake thing that is not happening in real life. No, we're feeling and experiencing it in real life. That's why we feel that way, because it is that way. Duh. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.